Hi guys. Well, when we are faced with the VUCA environment where things are volatile, uncertain, complex and ambiguous in either our personal lives or in our professional lives, what can actually happen and how do we deal with it? Well, from a cognitive point of view, our brains can literally shut down when we are facing this. It perceives this as a threat, this uncertainty, this complexity. It perceives it as a threat and it'll do whatever it needs to do, primarily based from the flight or the freeze concepts. The fight may happen as well. So I'd like to just share with you, there's this really well-known syndrome that takes over, especially when we are dealing with something we've never dealt with before or doing something brand new, and it's called the Imposter Syndrome. So for example, you're sitting in a meeting, you've been in the business for 10 years, but now things have to change and you've got to do things differently. And now you're working with other people, looking at maybe doing something online that you hadn't done before through technology. And you feel out of your water. You're going, oh my soul, I don't know how to get through this. There are other people who've done this. They know way more than me. I shouldn't be here. I'm an imposter. I'm a fake. And they're going to find out about it. And I'm going to be rejected. So this is exactly what the imposter syndrome is about. Now they've done some studies around this. And it's interesting to note that 70% of people globally have suffered from this imposter syndrome, which really is for me is a relief, because you kind of go, oh thank goodness it's not just me who's suffering from this, because you kind of now when I walk into a meeting room or when I'm in a scenario, I think, I wonder how many other people are also actually feeling exactly how I'm feeling. So that's one of the methods, is just to realize it's okay, it's normal, it's a process. And alongside that is to remember it's most likely an illusion. Because when we have this imposter syndrome, what we forget we've had situations in our past where we've had to do something brand new again. We've maybe had to start from scratch again. And we've had that feeling, but we've forgotten that we got through it. So we've got to remind ourselves we have succeeded in the past and this is simply an illusion and we will get through this. And alongside that, the third thing is to keep making the gestures towards whatever the end result is you would like to achieve in the context of this VUCA environment. Because what can happen with imposter syndrome, it holds us back. We don't want to move forward. And this is where courage is required, is to keep moving forward, making small gestures. And yes, feeling that vulnerability, that exposure, that chance that I may fail. But folks, there's only one way, and that's forward. Because if we run away from it, normally when we run away from fears, it's going to be meeting us somewhere else, and until we face it, it'll keep in the shadows. So those small gestures, and yes, nothing's guaranteed, folks, but I always feel that at the end, when I look back, at least I would dare greatly rather than fear and have done nothing at all. So those are just some thoughts around the imposter syndrome, folks. And we will share more later on. But until we chat again, take care and stay aware.